The Scion almost felt like, to me, it was a denial pick, because we've seen so many Scions into Neferi, it's so hard to break that health pool. Even with the Ezreal here, it's just so tanky. I do think that Nongshim, with the faster group up here, should feel pretty fine about the situation, although...
Yep, Lehens goes in. Untargetable is Raptor, though, as there's another crash down from Kellen. Nicely done. The bleed still working. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide, and that is going to deliver them a beautiful heroic charge from Gideon. Seismic Shove goes wide, and Nongshim able to regroup and head towards these grubs.
Nongshim are just aware from start to finish, every single member of BNK, where they were, the choke point they had to go through. And going back to the question about when does BNK's comp actually fight, well, this was definitely not where I thought the first one would occur, where they would actually commit in, but they did, and it was disastrous. So Raptor will secure this at least.
Yeah, Gideon does still have Flash, as Vikla gonna get that Flash out of him. Flash might be a little bit more dangerous to play out this top lane as some rocks go down in the mid lane, and another Emperor's Divide being looked for and will be found. The Flash comes through, but it's still going to slam Vikla into the wall of Sand Soldiers, and Gideon and Calyx look real good with this combo.
Yeah, really clean here from Calyx and Gideon. A lot of good news here for BNK just yet. Kellen has control of this choke point. They do have the TP in from Clear. See if they can turn this into a team fight, but it's so awkward.
Yeah, there's the crash down from Kellen to try and get him out of there, but that's a decent wall. Gideon gets rid of two, though, and then the heroic charge onto Vikla. He puts down some rocks and tries to get rid of them, but Lehens just catches him out, and Calyx grabs another one. Now they're looking to make their way back in as Kellen finds a Magnet Storm. Lehens gets the Solar Flare gorgeously, though. Another heroic charge. Gideon is on an absolute tear today. My God, this guy.
And Diablo just wasn't even there. There's no damage in this fight. Once you lose your Talia, done here.
1-0-3 on this Poppy. My God, Gideon is just a man possessed.
The fight.
Steedle? 300, 200, Trisha Barrage. There we go. Nicely done by Diablo.
Oh, see, Diablo was helping, actually.
Actually,
he was there. Never mind. Okay, it really just isn't working out.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just seeing the symptoms of it all over the map.
Like, the trades there we did see were kind of all right for Clear, and I think that if they are ever able to get themselves into an honest 5v5...
And this is just going to be another free turret, it looks like. Demolish procs.
Feats of strength. So that is Nongshim locking it down. Some upgraded shoes now going to be there, as the Unstoppable Onslaught is going to bring the Scion to a wall. And Clear doesn't exactly have a huge health bar and then just gets stunned up. Even the Mystic Shot is not going to connect True Shot Barrage, but it's not going to take down the Kai'Sa before she kills the Scion. And Kingin, in the meantime, is in the bottom lane destroying turrets.
Two turrets down here.
All right, Diablo's getting angry. He wants to take matters into his own hands. It's kind of working.
They got three, all three. And do you get Lehens? I'm not sure.
Lehens going in, gets the flash. That's an immediate cleanse as the heroic charge doesn't quite do enough. As Diablo then finds an Azir. Lehens also surviving for so incredibly long as Vikla looking for Geo on the backline, and he does manage to find him. Clear teleported in, Gideon gets another heroic charge. The seismic shoves are just not finding the mark, and it's a double kill for Kingin. BNK are just falling apart in this series as Vikla, with no more mana left, is looking to try and get something back, but Clear and him just gonna have to walk away.
I keep going back to that question I asked earlier. When do you fight? They forced this one, and it looked like maybe the best case scenario they were ever going to have is Gio kind of face planted into the fight. They have the Talia, they have the rocks.
That's all right. If at first you don't succeed, let's just go for it again as he's in and then he's out. As Gio is still in a whole lot of trouble, as there's another crash down here from Kellen. Magnet Storm picks up a couple, as now Lehens looks for an angle. The killer instinct is so good as Diablo. Can they protect him? The answer is yes! Lehens gonna go down as well, and the Emperor's Divide just to get rid of a Scion is not the play you want to see. BNK back on the map, and Kingin is in the bottom lane, doing exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, Kingin is just gonna keep pushing this until Clear shows up. We'll get an extra turret, so gold lead, slight deficit kind of improved here by BNK, but...
Equalization of dragons if Nongshim were able to get it, and it looks like BNK have no interest in contesting for this one. So another Chemtex, oh my God, there have been way too many of these, man. You are absolutely right. It is getting curious.
Yeah, a little suspicious, I'm just saying. I think everyone's kind of turning the other way, but I'm looking like an abnormally large amount. As Diablo is...
This is another engage here as Gideon trying to be the hero, and Clear always finds these angles onto Geo. Raptor looking for it as well. The Magnet Storm, it's just a dog pile, quite literally, on top of this Kai'Sa.
Yeah, and Geo is having a bit of a rough mid-game here. Constantly getting caught or just engaging in a little bit too early and dying.
Yeah, well, Emperor's Divide going to throw Raptor underneath the inner turret. He does go untargetable, but I don't know whether it's quite enough. They do take down Lehens. The dog survives, and the Nidalee is taking another turret. I don't even know whether this is worth for BNK in the end, as Kingin is looking for this 1v1 into Clear as well, or is Clear looking for the 1v1 into Kingin? I'm just not entirely sure, but he is just going to back away after eradicating yet another structure. As now Raptor going untargetable here into KALix, who doesn't have the ulti and is taking a lot of damage from the doggos. The flash forward, conquering Sands, and down goes the Naafiri.
Watching this ensuing fight is, it's funny to watch Raptor go fly, but that is going to be the Otacon taken just for free and live. Not entirely sure what the vision setup was, as they're looking for something onto Lehens at the same time.
Yep, Lehens dies in the replay to get his work done. I mean, Gideon was spotted there, and look at that, the Demolish proc, it's just dead.
He 3-shots the turret.
Yep. As Roar the Slayer doesn't quite connect, so Kingin's just able to get himself out of there, and then as the push and pull happens, Nongshim are able to move in towards this inner turret as Geo, oh god, okay, Magnastorm onto 3, Kellen finds the angle, and now they're looking to try and send them home, picking up some gold in the meantime as well as KALix, oh god, the Mega Cone is gonna not exactly do what Diablo wants it to, and yeah, this Azir is also a bit of a problem, as Kingin gonna get knocked up, as Clear realizes that, I mean, it's kind of hopeless, isn't it, trying to fight this guy?
There are a few problems, I would say, here on the side of Nongshim that BNK are struggling to solve, and this one may be the biggest of them, as Kingin, he has Sundered Sky, he has his Hullbreaker, he has Res.
Yeah.
Well, he is withdrawn, potentially?
Yeah, the Crashdown comes in. What are we doing, guys? Are we trying to hold on to just see whether we can buy some time?
They want a pet cat, Atlas!
Well, there's the ulti and a flash that they now have to use as they're just trying to... Oh, maybe they're just waiting for the timer? Just hold him in position, guys. And there it is, the buff is now worn off, and now it's a real kill. Congratulations, guys, an extra 100 gold. Unless they can't, there it goes. Okay, so Vikla is able to lock that one down.
Sorry guys, Caster Chris, I said he wasn't gonna die, but I guess he technically did.
Hey. Well, Clear doesn't have ulti, as Raptor flips over the wall. Lehens dealing with a whole bunch of pets, as there's a nice little knock-up. Weaver's Wall just going to break off the rest of this fight. Lehens trying to get himself out of there. The Crashdown doesn't quite work, but there goes the Leona to start this one off. Gideon getting rid of the Scion so they don't follow up with anything more, and Kingin did have teleport, but he wasn't alive.
Nope. 2 kills, let's see if they can get more.
All right, Raptor going for even more here as the Emperor's Divide now on cooldown. Diablo, they just need to protect him. Another Magnastorm comes in as there's a beautiful flick. Gideon in trouble though, and down goes Kingin. Sorry, not Kingin, Kellen, the other one with a K. As True Barrage, ooh, looking for the snipe, doesn't quite get it onto Jiu, who is very, very low.
Very low, didn't have barrier, but had the locket as well as his killer instinct to survive that last exchange. He's super low now, and they're trying to turn around.
Yeah, Clear really doesn't want to use his ultimate defensively, as Gideon taking a lot of damage. And there he goes, and there he goes down, as the Zombie Scion actually going to be helping out here for a few moments. KALix goes golden, and Clear will find a few autos. Jiu just still trying to be useful, but it's so difficult at such a low health bar, and Diablo also playing in similar condition. Immediately Arcane shifts forward. That's what we want to see out of this young man, as Jiu's in trouble yet again. Raptor managing to pick up the kill pretty comfortably, and that was not the keeper's verdict that Gideon was looking for. Still he's able to run, but is it actually going to get him to safety, as Raptor is going to chase him down and say nope, it is absolutely not, as now Clear looking to turn it. Another seismic shove, and Diablo's over the wall. Lehens in trouble, he does have the Eclipse, but it is not enough to keep him alive. KALix finds 3 with the ulti, but there's no follow-up. Does he need it though? That's the question. He takes down the damage. Shattering strike from Kellen, and Raptor is running away, and I don't think Kellen's going to be as lucky. Why is every fight like this?
I mean, it was so close for BNK. It looked so good for them, but they chased way too deep onto that Azir, and this time KALix pressed his R button. And here, 15 seconds on Diablo. So many super minions though in the base. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and Kingin just does so much damage to these structures as Raptor looks to go untargetable. Clear is going to turn up, and that is going to mean the Nongshim have to vacate the area. So it cost them, yeah, 1 inhibitor turret for the Baron.
Okay,
and that should be the big winner.
I think that they could have just done this off of the outset, done a reset and come over there, but they decided to try to end the game. They did not get the mid inhibitor, by the way, so that one actually stays alive because they walked through it to try to end. So that's actually huge for BNK. I don't think they can deny this Baron in any world, though. They're just going to try to push out this mid wave preemptively to keep this inhibitor alive. Although,
oh, the Baron's just taken.
Yeah, they thought about maybe going over there, but it was a little bit too slow, and just take this dragon, and Nongshim are considering contesting it, but don't actually push anywhere. This Baron may not be real. Yeah, let's
double the damage. Only one Nexus turret between Nongshim and the first 2-0 victory over BNK of the season, and Jiu's in the top lane trying to make that one happen. Raptor really needs to get in here and start something, and they are going to do so. Out comes the Scion as well, and Calix is the target, but he's able to, never mind! He's shot down, Diablo gets on top of him, Lehens also to be taken out here, and Raptor is able to follow up onto Jiu. I don't know whether he's going to survive this as King and flashes after him. Diablo, you need to hit those! You need to hit those Mystic shots, as Kingen now going to try and take them on a merry goose chase here, and I don't know whether this is going to change the outcome of the game, nor is that True Shot Barrage going to be able to take down Kingen, but Roar the Slayer might be able to slow him down, and Diablo able to get in there and finish him off. So base, BNK still dealing with the base.
Kaisa is in almost every scenario, and you remember your top laner is a split pusher, not a team fighter.
Well, we've now got a bit of a battle over a blue buff as the Solar Flare is going to split the Red Sea as Lehens goes in one more time. Gideon out again as Jiu. We said he didn't have the damage. That looked like a lot of damage. Only onto the Rel though, and he might actually have to trade his life for it as he opts into a 1v1 versus Diablo. Now Calix is just throwing them all away. Lehens, can you survive? The answer is absolutely yes as Diablo gets himself over the wall, but the rest of his teammates are all dead, ladies and gentlemen. And Gideon slams the Ezreal into the wall, and now it's a Scion against the world. And I'm having a hard time working out how the Scion lives in those odds. As now Kingen dashing on top of him. These inhibitors still dead for quite some time, and the Scion is just going to be relegated to his fountain. The Nexus goes down, and Nongshim are going to be the first team to 2-0 BNK.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.